The reality of it is that no one tells you what to do after you reach the milestone. So what next? Hey Key Club, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, get yourself a key card and join Key Club. This is the best club on the internet. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, and I promise y'all nobody else on this channel will either. The only way to get a key card is if you get yourself subscribed to collect the key card to join Key Club. So now let's talk about how to transition in life after reaching the milestone, whether it be graduation, whether it be a major breakup, whether it be a new job, how to take ourselves from where we are to the next level. What next? First of all, when you hit a new milestone, it's always a void, and it's unspoken because a lot of people don't like to acknowledge that fact that you hit a milestone and you get confused. That's what that void is. It's confusion. It's I don't know what to do next. You lose all your structure in one day. For example, let's say you're in a relationship, right, and y'all break up. That was the person you was talking to every single day. So it's like, who am I going to talk to? Who am I going to tell about this crazy thing that happened to me today? Who am I going to call on a random night just to say goodnight? Like, who am I going to hang out with when I want to do something that I want to do and they don't have a choice but to do it? Because really, that's what a relationship is about, doing what I want to do. And it's like, you know, you don't know how to take yourself from that stage in your life and quickly get to the next stage, and that's what creates that void, the loss of structure. Also, like if you're in high school or college, like when you graduate high school, you're so used to going to school 6, 7, 8 hours a day, and you didn't choose none of that stuff. I mean, in my school, I picked the classes I wanted to take, but I did not pick what time that I was doing those things. I did not pick, you know, anything like that. But when I got to college, it was like, you gotta do everything. You gotta pick everything. You gotta make your structure. You gotta figure out your school outside of a job. I never did this before, but you have to figure it out. That unspoken void. Trying to figure it out. It's messy. It's complicated. It's confusing. It's a bunch of things, but it is also a period to give yourself grace. A period to reflect on what you've accomplished and how you can take what you've accomplished to take you to where you want to be in life. What I want y'all to remember is that this transitional period is not the time to be comparing yourself to people. I know, like, when people get into really bad breakups, they're like, how did we break up and this person is still with that person? Or how is it that I graduated college and this person already got a 6-figure job and I still don't know where I'm gonna work at for the next summer? Or this person is, you know, like, it's always something to compare yourself to. And let me tell y'all something real quick. The grass is not always greener on the other side. It may look greener, but I promise you the soil is different. The fermentation is different. Is it fermentation? The fertilization is different. Everything is different on that side of the fence, and sometimes the way that they got their fence looking like that, it could be a patch. That patch is not real. You don't want something that somebody else got and it's not even real. They stole it. They, you know, not to say that people that got things, you know, they stole it or this a bad way that they got it, but you know, you never know. So don't try to wish on something that you don't even know the full details of. The only life you know 100% details of is your own. So you might as well take control of it and take yourself from where you are and get to where you want to be. The transitional period, it just feels like everybody else has a plan but you. But let me tell you something. Everybody else is confused. It's just those people are willing to take a step and make the mess before they just sit there and get nothing done. And honestly, they say the more you F around, the more you're going to find out. But I'm gonna keep it a beam with y'all. There's not a plethora of mistakes that people have not made in this life. So ask around, get a mentor, talk to people, figure out what other people chose to do, what route they took, and try to, you know, gauge how you want your life to turn out from what you're hearing. A lot of the time, people make the transitional periods in their life more confusing than it needs to be because they don't want to ask the questions. They don't want to listen to other people's perspectives, and it's perspectives that keep you from making certain mistakes that don't need to happen. For example, I'm gonna keep using breakup, job, and school because it's June. This is usually what things are going on. People be like, it's summertime, I need to get me a new boo. This one ain't doing it. Or when November come back, you know it's cuffing season. Y'all know the trends. And when people are graduating high school, college, it's June, May, June. I don't know if anybody really graduated in July, but you are in a huge changing season for yourself right now. So let's say it's June, you break up with your man, and now you ask people like, how do I get over this? How do I get through this? And they're telling you like, go outside, go on walks, journal, find yourself by doing things that you like to do, or like, you know, just things like that. And you're like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna sit in bed. I'm gonna rot in bed. What are you asking people for if you're not going to take the advice? See, it's things like that that people that are going through the same transition as you at the same time as you are able to quickly get into their next stage in their life. I'm not telling you to not feel it through. I'm not telling you to ignore the emotions that come with it. I'm telling you that a lifestyle with no action causes no reaction. So if you don't do something, nothing will shake. You gotta find a balance in listening to people, knowing yourself, and using your common sense to be like, okay, if this person says I should like go on walks or talk it out or get a therapist, maybe I should consider it. Like, don't just do nothing. But I'm also telling y'all, don't do everything, okay? Be choosy, be picky, but do something that you think will guide you to that next step. When you're in this transition, it's always gonna feel like somebody has a plan, somebody knows what's going on. Actually, it's gonna feel like everybody got their stuff together but you. And I'm gonna keep it a being with y'all, nobody knows what's going on, because the truth of the matter is that your conscious being right now in the body that you are in, this is the only life that it knows. So everybody is living their life for the first time, if you want to keep it honest. So nobody really knows what to do. Nobody really knows exactly how to get, like, some people can master certain things. I can master calculus, right? I can master reading at a 5th grade level, right? I can master those things. You're not mastering life if you did it one time. So that's why it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to go through stuff. It's okay to transition. It's okay to figure out. It's okay for it to be a mess. But it is not okay to not do anything about it. And that is why I am here as your big little sister, to give you advice to get to exactly where you are now, completing the milestone. I left that man. I don't want nothing to do with him. I graduated college. Your girl is degreed. I'm out of high school, about to get myself together. I'm going to tell you how to get from where that is to wherever you want to be in these 3 simple steps. Number 1 is to start with where you are, wherever you are, whether it be a positive start or just off a negative slope, you're getting right back to the top. Start exactly where you are and ask yourself, what don't I want to happen? I know it sounds crazy. What don't I want to happen? Seriously, ask yourself, what don't I want to happen? Do I not want to end up in a 9-to-5 job? Do I not want to end up working for my parents? Do I not want to end up in a relationship that this person don't like me? Do I not want to end up in a college that really doesn't have, black people and it's all PWI? Like, you gotta ask yourself these. I mean, obviously, if you're in high school and you just graduated, it's too late to be considering what kind of college you want to go to, unless you're gonna take a break. But other than that, like, this is your time to start asking, what don't I want? Because when you figure out what don't I want, you eliminate everything that you can possibly find to be your worst case scenario. If I say, I don't want to waste this summer trying to study for college, knowing that I'm never going to get a break. Because there's some people going to Harvard after high school, knowing that you're never going to get a break. Once you step foot on that campus, yeah, it's time to party. Get all that energy out. Go crazy. You on yacht, plane, next plane, bus. Get yourself out there, So always ask yourself, the very first thing is, what don't I want to happen? Because what you're going to be really asking yourself is, how can I make choices today that will refrain from me becoming that person? So if you don't want to end up at a 9-to-5 that you refuse to leave because it pays the bills, you're not going to apply to that corporate job that you saw because the money was looking right and there was no degree required. If you know you want to get that college degree and make something even bigger than what that job can offer, don't even apply, So it's always better out there for you when you choose it. If you do not choose the better, you will not find the better. So always choose the better. And the first step to doing that is asking yourself, what don't I want? What am I most afraid of happening to me? Ask yourself and really be honest with yourself. Don't just be like, oh, I don't want to end up working at McDonald's. Like, no, be it for real. Be deep. Ask yourself realistically, what is my worst case scenario? Like, if this happened to me, I would feel like a failure in life. And do the necessary steps to prevent that. But during this, you should also be finding yourself. Journal, go horseback riding, take a swim class, do Pilates, go on walks, start running, join a gym, join a church. This is the time where you need to be trying everything while you're trying to tell yourself, what don't you like? This is the time to be trying small hobbies to learn yourself that can better help distinguish things you absolutely don't want. So you need to be trying things at the same time that you're denying things. That's why it's a complicated process, but it is so worth it. Number 2 is to define success for yourself. It's always going to look like someone's doing better than you when you don't even know what better looks like for you. Some people are in their soft girl era. Some people are in their grind era. Some people are in their figure it out era. Some people are in their health guru era. Like, there's so many eras that you can run through in life. Define what your best self looks like to you, and gauge how close you are to that goal, and understand that your closeness to your goal is the equivalent to someone else's closeness to their goal, without saying that they're at the level that you want to be at. Because you want to become soft and then you want to be rich, but someone's already at their almost rich stage and you're still in the soft stage, but you're about to complete your soft stage while they're about to complete their rich stage. You guys are both entering the finish line of the stage that you are in. When it is time for you to level up to that stage and them to level up to this stage, it's not that they're doing better than you, it's that they had a domino effect before this time that allowed them to reach that stage in life before you did, but it's not better than you did. It's not higher, it's not at a higher level than you are going to reach. It's just happening at the same exact time that you are in a different stage, because the domino effect that led you to where you are right now is what led you to this specific moment. So even though you are not exactly where you want to be, you're climbing just like everybody else is climbing. The stage that you are at is not behind someone else. It's just before someone else. You're not beneath anyone. You're not beneath anyone doing whatever they are in life, because you don't know what it took for them to get where they are, and the obstacles that it took for you to get where you are, and you overcame that and you're still right there. That just goes to show that if you had the alignment that they had, you would be way past them. The thing about the universe is that it just has a plan for you, and you just gotta roll with the dices. And when you're rolling with the dices, sometimes it makes you feel like, why me? Why is this happening to me? I don't like that. I got all these things, this happened to me and that happened to me, and why did I have to overcome this to get there? But you had to overcome those things, because when you reach to where they are, the effect that you're gonna have on the universe in itself is gonna be way more than, oh, I just wanted to be rich faster. No, we had to build you up so that when you get rich, you know exactly what to do with that money. Okay, everybody's purpose in life is very different. That's why some people blow up on TikTok and some people do TikTok as a hobby, because not everybody is meant to blow up, but everybody's meant to enjoy it. Enjoy the journey. So define success for yourself and understand that where you are now is the before of who you are going to be, and that person is going to shake the world. So when you're at the moment in time to shake the world and you reach that success, whatever you define it as for yourself, you're gonna then understand why defining it so early was so important. You're gonna understand why the journey in itself was so important, and you're gonna understand why you couldn't be where that person was at when they were, because all the things that happened to you were very necessary to create exactly whoever you are. My third tip is to find something to hold on to. During your transitional period, so many things are changing, okay? You need to find yourself some anchors. People who support you. Daily routines, morning, night, afternoon, or your gym routine, or just any routine. Or find like places that you go often. Like, people cook on certain days of the week. People cook the same some things on like Taco Tuesday, things like that. Hold on to those anchors so tightly that you feel like your knuckles are gonna turn pale. I'm telling you, when life is turning upside down, you need to make sure that you know what is going on in the areas that you can. The things that keep you grounded are going to be the most important things to your success, because those are the only things that are going to keep your brain from being like, you know what, let's just end it all right now. Like, you know what, I'm clocking out. Because chaos creates confusion, and confusion makes you feel like you're not getting anywhere in life. It makes you feel like you don't know what's going on and you're stuck. And you are not stuck. You are just very, very confused. I call it confluffled. I call it brain fog. But at the end of the day, you need to figure out your solid pillars of life and hold on to it. Because the ride, forget bumpy, the ride is taking you to space and you don't know if it's coming back, okay? Make sure that if you have supportive family, supportive friends, anything like that, just make sure that you are holding on to them for dear life. In a season where you don't know what you want, this is the best time to hold on to what you know. Don't let nobody, I don't care what nobody says, do not let go of the things that keep you sane in the most confusing time of your life. That's how you crash out. That's how you wake up and say, you know what? I'm done. That's what makes that happen, because you decided that at the time where life was getting so chaotic, in a world where you were about to step into the unknown, you were like, let's get a new skincare routine. Now your skin's breaking out. You stopped going to the gym. Now you're putting on weight you've never seen before. Especially because you're getting out of high school. That woman weight is real, y'all. I'll tell you that much. That woman weight is real. Or you're going from college to, your big girl job. Now it's like, you know what? I'm gonna buy a car. Do you even have your license? Yeah, like, stop making bad decisions because things are changing. Change does not mean it's time to make bad decisions. You make bad decisions when your life is stable. I'm gonna say that again. You make bad decisions when your life is stable. Don't make bad decisions and life is not stable. That's chaos waiting to happen. So just hold on to those anchors. You don't need answers for stability. You need something to anchor on to. So let's start anchoring on to things that we know in times of need, okay? But that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's not one of my big, fun, exciting videos, but I felt like this was so necessary. June just started. People are going through so many things in life. A lot of big transitions are happening, and that is what I'm seeing. So I wanted to make sure that y'all heads were on straight as this new month begins, because it's time to lock in. This summer, I will be outside as I figure out my life along with the rest of y'all, because clearly I didn't get it all the way figured out if I'm not where I want to be, correct? Okay, so follow me on Instagram at Makita, MAK3D8_. Follow my business page on Instagram at luxempulse, and follow my business page on TikTok at luxempulse. And I will see y'all in the next one. And if you are not part of Key Club by this point of the video, get yourself a key card and join Key Club. It is the best club on the internet, and y'all will not find a better one. But I love you, and I'll see y'all in the next one.